Hi guys, it's Misty from the Book Rat, and today I have another edition of Backlist Love. So if you're unfamiliar with this series, I'm basically making it a point to feature some titles that have been out for a while that maybe you missed the first time around, or maybe you meant to read them but they fell off your radar, but I would like to put them back on there because these are all titles that I thoroughly enjoyed and recommend. So I have 3 new titles to feature for you today, and they are actually a little bit on a theme. These are all middle grade titles that I loved, that I thoroughly recommend. So I'm going to get straight into them. All of them will be linked and the synopses will be in the description, so you can find all of that out there. I'm going to start off with one of my favorites, and that is Savvy by Ingrid Law. This was just, it was so fantastic. I mean, you have me right off the bat with a character named Mibs because I like a bit of quirky and whimsical, and this does whimsical so well. It has it in spades without it being like overdone and too much and kind of cloying. Just really good. It's about this family that all have savvies, which are like these magical powers, and Mibs is waiting to find out what hers will be or if she'll even have one. And it's just, it's so good. It's a family story, it's whimsical, it's a little magical realist but in an approachable middle grade way. Just so good. And I do have Scumble, the sequel, and I haven't read it! What is wrong with me? I don't know. Next, if you have been following me for a while, you'll be no stranger to my love of this one, but just in case you don't know, The Princess Curse by Mary Haskell. This is just so good. It is a retelling of the 12 Dancing Princesses that is just so perfect. I mean, there have been some really good ones. 12 Dancing Princesses is one of my favorite tales, by the way. That was like my childhood thing. That, Elves and the Shoemaker. Those are my jam. Something about shoes, I guess. But there have been some good ones. Wildwood Dancing by Juliet Marillier. We all know that that's fantastic. The Princess Curse, though, is just, it has a place in my heart. I love it so much. So much. I love the characters. I love the setup. I love the world. I love how everything plays out. I love the culture that's built, and I desperately need there to be an adult continuation set a few years, or more than a few years, after this one ends. I talked to Mary a few years ago and told her how much I love this, and she said something about, I don't know if she wanted to write a follow-up, adult follow-up, or it had been requested a lot, or it was something that, was on her wish list of things to be able to do, but she didn't know if she'd ever be able to do it, and just like, please do. Please do. Oh, I want it so bad. This one has been reread a few times. Definitely will be reread a few times more. I just crave it every now and then. Good stuff. And lastly, I have The Real Boy by Anna Ursu. I feel like I talk about Breadcrumbs a lot, which is another middle grade by hers, and like, it's killer. So if you haven't read that, like, bonus recommendation. One of my faves, just across the board. Stellar. But I feel like I haven't given The Real Boy enough sort of follow-up love. I feel like I haven't brought it up enough, and I really enjoyed it too, and I think it has a lot of the strengths that Breadcrumbs does. It has some elements in it that I think will appeal to even more readers and particular readers. The way it approaches some sort of tricky topics and the way Anna Ursu does in general, I just always really appreciate and think is very skillful and not didactic. So it's just all around good. It also is the name of the best cocktail I ever had in my life. I went to it wasn't really a launch party. It was just a party, I guess, at ALA when this was coming out. And so they had a themed cocktail called The Real Boy, which had like a cucumber vodka and agave syrup and avocado in it. I know that sounds so bizarre, but like, seriously, my mouth just watered a little bit. That was good. It was good. Probably don't give the cocktail to your middle grade reader, but definitely give the book because it is fantastic. So those are 3 middle grade books that I highly recommend. They've been out for a while, but they're still so fantastic and deserve more love, so definitely pick them up, give them a read, share them with the middle grade reader in your life, or give them to your kids' classrooms or anything like that. I think they'll be much appreciated because they are fantastic. If you have read or end up reading them, I would love to know your thoughts. And if you have any backlist recommendations, things that have been out for a while that you feel like no one ever talks about, that you love and push on people, I would love to know about them in the comments. But that's all for now. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, happy reading. About this family that all have savvies, which are like these powers. It's about this family that all have savvies, which are like powers, and Kimba, buddy, why you do it? Why you do it? Oh my god, son. Come on, man. Just lay down. Do you need catnip? Do you need catnip? Come on. Yeah, I know. Yeah, get it. Right there. Take 1 million. This one has been reread a few times and will be... Catnip's over already. But that is... Buddy.